I'll tell you the truth. I always thought that serving Jesus would mean subjecting my life to a life full of boredom. I found the opposite to be true. My life is so satisfying and so fulfilling that I can't even imagine it. It's turned out that church isn't about a building and walls. It's about what God's doing in the active lives of people all around us. I was out just wanting to ride my dirt bike, and GNCC was holding an event not too far from my home. I showed up, I raced the Rhino on Saturday and won my class. Thought that was really cool and kept coming back and racing the Rhino. I found out through a series of repetition that there was a chapel service on Sundays. And so I started going to that chapel service. It was just a handful of people. And at the end of the season, the guy who had been doing the chapel service came to me and said, "Hey, I'm not going to be able to return next year. I don't know what's going to happen." And it was as if God himself just opened heaven and said, "Hey, this is for you, Chuck." And that was the door that was wide open. I stepped through it and said, "I'll be the chaplain." I figured since I was going to be the chaplain in 2009 that I really wanted to put forth my very best effort. I started going to the gym and was training and wanted to do a great job. But during my training, I felt my rotator cuff tear. And I'd done it before, so I knew exactly what had happened, and I thought, oh man, there goes the whole season for racing. And in that moment, I felt God ask me, "If you can't race, will you still go?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll go, because my highest calling is to be a pit pastor, a chaplain, a preacher man, whatever you want to call me. That was my highest calling." And I said, "Yes, I will go." The next morning, I woke up, pain was gone, and I knew that I was healed. I've been going ever since. There hasn't been a problem. I've been racing for several years. And although I've not won the championship, I've 2 years in a row come in third place in that class. I've had a lot of fun racing, but the greatest joy has been to see the series grow, not just in terms of racers, but also with what God's doing in the hearts and lives of people that attend. And part of our mission at Team Faith is to influence the influencers who are going to be able to impact all those people. And so even though I might not be the guy to get on top of the podium and give glory to God, there are other people that I've been able to be friends with and to influence. And one of those guys is Jordan Ashburn. And through the years, I've seen Jordan grow in his faith and in his maturity and become not just a top amateur racer, but now he's riding under the factory Yamaha tent of Ampro Yamaha. And he's been on the box, he's been giving glory to God in podium speeches and in interviews, and it thrills my heart to see what God's doing with this young man. It turns out that all he's asked us to do is live our lives in such a way that our light shines so other people can see our good deeds and glorify our Father in heaven, the very one who created us and gave us a purpose in this life.